Nissan's large SUV option is the Pathfinder, and the top-shelf Ti I'm driving here is the most luxurious, most well-equipped, and most expensive one that you can get. Now, the Pathfinder hasn't had the best standing with the motoring media to date, with ride and handling being at the top of the list of complaints. However, Nissan has listened, and the 2017 update for the Pathfinder is supposed to address a lot of those concerns. And on top of that, there's also a fresh new face and plenty of revisions to safety and infotainment equipment. So, how's it stack up now? Measuring just over 5 meters in length, the Pathfinder is massive. Bigger than a Toyota Kluger in every dimension and only a smidge smaller than the Mazda CX-9, the Pathfinder's greatest strength is the sheer amount of space it offers. With 3 rows of seats, all of which can be occupied by adults, the Pathfinder is built for families. With a beefy 202 kilowatt and 340 Newton meter petrol V6 under the bonnet, it definitely has the muscle to move your clan too. And retailing at $66,190 for the top-range Pathfinder Ti all-wheel drive tested here, the Pathy has a strong price advantage over comparable rivals like the Kluger Grande and the CX-9 Azami. For Aussie families with 2 or more children, large 3-row SUVs have long been the vehicle of choice thanks to their comfort, size, and seating flexibility. The Pathfinder has been around in its present form since 2013, when it switched from being a utilitarian 4x4 based on the Navara Ute to a more car-like wagon. However, slightly soggy on-road dynamics and less than competitive equipment levels hurt its sales prospects here in Australia. This 2017 update aims to rectify that, with suspension tweaks and more gear now applied to Nissan's sizable family hauler. From the commodious and power-adjustable front seats, the Pathfinder gives you a commanding view of the road ahead, while the big Nissan's high hip point elevates your eyeline well above traffic. Concerned about managing all that bulk? Well, thankfully a top-down camera view helps take most of the guesswork out of parking Nissan's big bus. Technology-wise, it's a mixed report card. On the one hand, the Pathfinder doesn't really push the envelope in terms of sophistication, with dated satellite navigation graphics and a clunky infotainment interface, but in the Ti model you do get rear entertainment screens to keep your passengers occupied on long journeys, as well as tri-zone climate control and cooled and heated front seats. Those rear screens, by the way, can each play a different video simultaneously. Just the thing for keeping siblings from squabbling. The third row is fairly accommodating for teenagers and smaller adults, and also features face-level air vents, and there's a whopping 10 cup holders and 6 bottle holders spread throughout the cabin. A space-saver spare wheel is a definite downer though. Bear that in mind if you're planning on any long-distance touring. But how does it drive now that Nissan has revised the Pathfinder's underpinnings? First things first, Nissan has largely rectified the Pathfinder's handling issues with this update's rejig suspension. No longer does it feel marshmallow soft and loosely connected to the road, and the ride shouldn't induce seasickness in your passengers anymore. It's not the dynamic leader in its segment, the CX-9 scores a little bit higher in that regard, but that said, it's still a much nicer car to drive than before. The Pathfinder's V6 engine is stronger than before, but to be honest, it never really struggled to haul a family-sized load and was easily one of the Pathfinder's stronger points. We welcome the extra muscle, but as always, the Pathfinder's petrol-only V6 is a pretty thirsty unit. The Pathfinder is a little more toned now that Nissan has had a second crack at its suspension, the result being a car that's easier to live with, safer and better equipped. However, it doesn't quite go far enough. The updated Pathfinder can't quite touch the Mazda CX-9 for overall polish, and the Hyundai Santa Fe and Kia Sorento both have more fuel-efficient diesel options available. So for now, the big Nissan remains a middle-of-the-pack option.